we live? Are we live? Are we live? Before I start this live stream, just want to say my buddy who passed away last month, right before his birthday, it's been heavy on my mind. Heavy on my mind. So this one goes out to my buddy Mikey. Mikey Strings. I love you. We miss you. Thinking about you all the time, man. I hear so much music and I just think, yo, this dude was so talented. He's so missed. He's so beloved. I know his mom's still in pain. I'm still in pain. Everybody that knew him still hurting. You just don't think. And it's so crazy. I'm gonna get into we're gonna talk about the Ellen DeGeneres comedy special, the new one, the one that she said it's gonna be the last time you ever see me after my Netflix special. Jesus, can't roll my eyes hard enough. And I'm gonna talk about how $11 billion only gets you 24 months in jail. Who knew? I wish you told that to a lot of my friends who didn't ever rob people of $11 billion. We're gonna talk about all that, but I'm going to talk about my buddy who passed away. And one of the things I was thinking of, you know, he passed away before he could even turn 42, I think. And I lost, there's only a couple of my friends, a couple of my close friends that are left from growing up. Lost a lot of people. It was only me and my brother and my family. I mean, I've lost a lot of people at very young ages. Like, I don't know many people that have died over the age of 52. I don't know that many. Okay. And I was thinking about how there was that statistic, that thing that said Americans' lifespan was shortening. I forget what it was, for men and for women, both. Like the length of life of Americans is shortening. It went from like 70 to 68 or 72 to 70. I don't know. Again, you can look up that. I don't have that with me. This is just the thought that popped in my head the other day, and I wanted to bring it up now because that bothered me, because I think some people think like, oh, people are just dying earlier. Like they're not living to 72, they're living to 70 or whatever it is. But I don't think that's mathematically how it works. And I could be wrong, but my theory was like, because a lot of people I know are dying in their 30s, in their early 40s. We're losing a lot of people at young ages, like real young. And I was thinking to take all those averages, right? Because to die even at 70, you can't. Dying at 70 doesn't make the average 70. Like it's a collective of all the men and their death ages. And if you're just joining, what is going on? Hello. Please hit subscribe and the notification bell. Thank you, Jordan, for subscribing. I go live every weekday. Nice to meet you, Crystal. I'm going to talk about Ellen DeGeneres' new comedy special. I'm going to talk about Carolyn Ellison, who robbed people with Sam Bankman-Fried for $11 billion. And she's only getting 24 months in prison, sorry. My friends have stolen much less, and they've served much longer time in prison. Pissed me off. What's up, Indonesia? What's good, bro? Ruben Ridenhood. Like the name. I like that name. Don't know who I'm talking about. But right now, I had a close friend of mine die just last month, week before his 42nd birthday. What's up, Curtis? And I just wanted to bring this up really because it's concerning to me that I know so many people, and I say I'm old, but I'm young compared to old heads, true old heads. I'm just at that mid-age old. And what was bugging me was that, thinking about all the friends I've lost at really young ages, like before 40, right? That these cats are dying, and that's what's bringing the average lifespan of Americans down. And I don't think people, when they talk about that statistic, which that was a statistic being passed around, and it always gets passed around, they're like, Americans' lifespan is shortening, while other places in the world is getting longer. While we have the technology, we have the healthcare, we have the medical advances to make people live longer, but our lifespans here in America are shortening. And I couldn't wrap my mind around like, well, it's not people are just dying at 68 or 70, because this is a collective average of everybody who's died. So it means that folks are dying much younger, like the people I know dying in their 30s, in their 20s, in their early 40s. And that's what's bringing that age down from 72 to 70 or whatever it is. And it's just bugging me, man. And this should bug everybody. And I mean, I guess if it hasn't affected you, if you don't know that many people that have passed away young, then maybe it doesn't. But it really bothers me. And I started this out just by saying, rest in peace to my buddy Mikey Strings. We miss you. I love you. It's only been like a month, and I'm still processing it. So it was really tough when you lose someone who's so young too. You know, you just think people are gonna be there forever, and this has happened many, multiple times to me. My parents died young. A lot of my close friends died young, and you never get used to the shock and the grief, but most people live until they're 80. Andrew, I don't know who you know. I don't know anyone that's lived to 80. Definitely not from Boston, sound like Iowa. And what I was saying, Andrew, is McFlurry, McDonald's, get the fuck out of here, McDonald's. Is that for real? Yo, if that's, that can't be McDonald's, but if that's McDonald's, get the fuck out of my chat. And I'm not joking. Nobody tried to make double. What are you talking about? Pay your people better, McDonald's. Pay your people a living wage, $27 an hour. I can't believe that. If that's for real, a McDonald's advertisement in my chat. My channel's not monetized. How dare you get up in the chat, try to push the McDouble. Fuck that. Cook it home. Get out of here, McDonald's. I can't believe that. I've never seen this in my life. Maybe it's just somebody. I hope so. I hope it's not a real McDonald's account. Is it a troll? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ruben Red Riding. Who would be a troll account naming their thing McFlurry? Jesus Christ, people. Oh, some people got more time than I'd like to imagine. But let's talk about Ellen in a minute. First, I want to bring up Carolyn Ellison. And if you're new to the chat, please hit subscribe and the notification bell. We're going to 7 million subscribers. We're going to be one of the biggest newsmentary. That's what I've dubbed this genre. News commentary. I call it newsmentary. So we talk about the news, but I give you commentary. I'm very biased because I've lived too long to not be biased. I ain't no dummy. Well, when it comes to math and the solar system, a little bit of a dummy. But I want to talk about Carolyn Ellison real quick, and I want to update you on P. Diddy too. Carolyn Ellison, if you don't know, she was the girl with the big thick goggle glasses. She called herself like the alligator of Wall Street or some dumb shit. She had some rap song that she released because her and Sam Bankman-Fried were robbing all these people, including Tom Brady celebrities. They were doing a rug pull with Bitcoin on all these people, and they got billions of dollars. Were you at the Diddy party? Sir Ligma. You wish, homie. You wish you were at the Diddy party. I know better. I haven't liked Diddy for decades. Bruh. I love how the kids say bruh. I've always hated Diddy. I only wish Tupac was here to see this. And there's a dude, Dope Funk. Boston, what's up? Soda Gamblers. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Hit subscribe. I wish Diddy, I mean, I wish Pac was here to see the Diddy stuff go down, for real. Because Diddy's such a scumbag. I've hated that motherfucker since the 90s. Sorry for all the cussing. I try to keep it kind of clean. But again, we're live. Anything can happen when you're live, right? Subbed and liked. Thank you, Soda Gamblers. Or Gamblers? All right, we'll talk about Diddy real quick. But real quick, I just want to say this, because I link all the news stories down below. And I highly encourage you to read this Carolyn Ellison story. She is going, 50 Cent tweeting right now. I always want to see what 50 Cent said, because 50 Cent been right about Diddy for a while. But Carolyn Ellison was the girlfriend of Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried in prison for robbing people of billions of dollars just in the crypto sphere. And Carolyn, we always thought like, well, she's guilty, right? She was right there with him. She's probably got $1 billion hiding somewhere in the Caribbean. Well, it turns out she's going to jail for 24 months and they're asking her to give 11 billion back. And I thought, listen, for all my friends that have been locked up, okay? For all my friends that have been locked up, and they've been locked up for much longer than 24 months, none of them came even close to taking $11 billion. And I think this is such a fucking scam that our system can ask her to can you please give back 11 billion and to only lock her up for 24 months. $11 billion. Think about that, people. $11 billion, and they're going to send her to prison for 24 months. There are people that have probably stolen bread and gotten 24 months. And this broad, this injustice system is so fucking worked. It's so cooked. $11 billion, 24 months. So I just wanted to, I can't even count that high. I can't either, sir. Let's be honest, none of us can count that high. And this bitch got 24 months. I can't believe that. Give her life, bury her under the prison. If I took $11 billion from somebody, I would be buried under the prison. How is this broad getting 24 months? So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. Please read this story, because the smarter you are when it comes to this shit, if anything ever, you know what I mean? It's just, we need to be educated on this stuff, because when you see stuff like, you know, if something's going on around you and somebody you love is facing something for, let's say, you know, they stole groceries or something. I don't know, some hypothetical, right? And then they're like, oh, we're going to lock you up for 18 months. Like, think about that. There are people that just needed food, and they're getting locked up for 18 months, 24 months. And this bitch took $11 billion they're asking her to give back. So, I'm sorry. EDP is? No, I do not know. With money comes power. She paid some people off. 100% Wonder. 100%. I agree with you. Thank you for that comment. And please hit subscribe and the notification bell, guys. We're going to 7 million subscribers. And I say 7 million because Philly DeFranco, who is a news commentary channel here on YouTube, he's got 7 million. And I want to contend with him. He does his shit recorded. I go live, right? You ever feel like we're baby birds you feed perspective? I'll tell you what, Curtis. I might be the most... Mike, dua. You thought this kind of corruption is a first-time runoff? No, Mike. But every time it happens, I like to bring it up. That's the other thing you get on this channel. Of course, this is not a first-time corrupted system. It's the system. It is how the system works. So you're totally correct, Mike. Snitches with McFlurry took the deal about Carolyn. Yeah, 100%. Ooh, we're gonna talk about Diddy too before we get into Ellen. Speaking of deals, do I like the Celtics? I love the Celtics, man. I grew up every year. My birthday is late in the year after basketball season starts every year. God rest my mom's soul. She was such a trooper. She would bring me to a Celtics game. That was my birthday gift. I'd go to a Celtics game. And God bless my mother. You know, she was a little lady from Brooklyn, little Irish lady from Brooklyn. She would take me to the bar Cheers after, and they'd be like, hey, this like 11-year-old can't come in here. And she'd be like, he's just got to have some French fries. Let us in. And they would let us in. And I would go to the Cheers bar. It's the Bull and Finch bar in Boston, right down the street from the Garden. God bless her. I didn't even know what was going on. I was 11 years old. I was like, we're going to a bar? Okay, whatever. Fucking love my mom. So, yeah, I got a deep love for the Celtics and Mr. Larry Bird. I met Red Auerbach, ML Carr. D. Brown was my favorite Celtic. Do you remember? D. Brown covered his eyes and did the slam dunk. I met D. Brown. So, yeah, I love the Celtics. Anyways, Curtis, real quick, the baby bird comment. Yesterday at work, my boss goes, can you get me a cup of water? I thought he was effing with me. So he goes, can you get me a cup of water, please? He goes, my medication. And he was turning red. So I was like, what, are you fucking with me? I was like, yeah, get you a cup of water. I was like, what, do you want me to feed it to you like you're a baby bird? I said, that's the only way I'll get it for you. Go get me I'll get you a cup of water. I'll feed it to you like a baby bird. And then the other manager came out and he goes, he needs a cup of water for his medication. And I was like, oh shit, I thought you were messing with me. I was like, I'm sorry. And the other dude got him a cup of water. Meanwhile, I'm just being a fucking jerk to him. So, Curtis, it's funny that you bring up the baby bird thing. Because listen, I don't know, like, just like the chat, I don't know if people are fucking with me or not. So I have a little bit of an exterior where I'll just be sarcastic, and that's how I can get through the day. And I just shield myself from everything. But Curtis, I told this dude, and the reason I thought he was messing with me, I didn't know he was taking medication, and his face was red. So I thought they were like, his face was red. So I figured, oh, he's like trying to get me to do something. And I was like, yeah, get you a cup of water. You want me to feed it to you like a mama bird? You be the little baby bird, I'll spit in your mouth. And I was just being a sarcastic jerk. And then I realized, like, oh shit, this dude really needs water. He's gonna die or something. I don't know. And the other guy came out It was so funny. I was fucking dying. I was like, yo, I'm so sorry. And that was my boss. Yo, just go get the fucking cup of water yourself. Like, what is wrong with you? Jesus Christ, man. Like, I like this dude. He's cool and everything. But at the same time, like, fuck do I look like? I'm not here to get water for you. I'm here to work, bro. Did he think it was funny? I don't know. I don't ask. Let's put it like that. I say, you know what? I'm sorry. And listen, I'll be very frank. I will tell people, you know, when if I offer to feed you like a baby bird because I'm being a sarcastic jackass, after, if it's serious, like my boss needed his or was taking his medication, really needed some water, I apologize right away. I was like, yo, I'm so sorry. I thought you were, I told him, I said, I thought you were messing with me. But at the same time, holy shit. Imagine telling your boss that. Your boss comes up to you. But why would, you know what I mean? Like, they never asked me for a cup of water, so I figured it was like a setup. I thought I was getting set up for something. So I was like, yeah, right. I'm going to get you water. Okay, pal. I thought it was a setup. So could you just imagine your boss coming to ask you for a cup of water? Instead, you turn around, you're like, yeah, only if I get to feed it to you like a baby bird. Get out of here. And then he was turning red, and the other boss came out and was like, get the man some water. He's taking medication. I was like, how am I supposed to know this? I'm not a goddamn doctor. And then after, you know what I did after? Because I do care about people. Don't take that story. Don't take that story like I don't care about people. After I told him, I said, what goes with your medication? Because he said something like, he didn't say he was going to pass out, but he said he like didn't feel good. Or no. He said he was lightheaded. And I said, what do you want us to do if you faint? You know, I said, because he goes, you'd probably just kick me. And I said, listen, I'm not going to lie and tell you that I haven't been with a friend who was having a seizure. And this was a long time ago, and we were doing psychedelics, and the kid dropped on the ground, had a seizure, and I didn't know what to do, and I was on psychedelics. So I kicked him, and he came out of it. I kind of saved his life. So I was like, I'm not going to lie, you know, that I don't know if that helps or not. Again, I'm not a doctor. But I asked him, I said, what do you want us to do? Because I care, you know, like if something happened and he's like, listen, you need to do this. If I pass out, then I would totally do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a total moron. I'm not a total jerk. But again, if I think you set me up, be prepared for the sarcasm. All right, that's a little personal story. I wasn't going to tell that, but as soon as Curtis said the baby bird thing, I was like, oh shit, I got to tell you guys this. It's so funny. Oh, man. And what are you going to do? Fire me for saying I'm going to feed you like a baby bird? You know what I mean? Like, come on. That was weird to ask. I was working. That's weird to ask me for a cup of water. Especially like if you're very capable of doing it yourself. That's a weird request. All right? Not part of my job description. Did you down stomp him or soccer kick? Wonder. God damn it, Wonder. No, it was. I didn't stomp my friend. No, I gave him like a kick in the side, not even a soccer kick, like a kick, like if your lawnmower's not starting, you give it a little kick and it's like, it was just like that. And literally he came out of it and he was like, what happened? I was like, I do not know, but I saved your life. And he's like, how? And I was like, let's just move on. Let's just move on. You're alive. Wonder. God damn you with the questions. All right, I'm not fielding any more questions. This is a news commentary channel. This is not an opinion. This is not a personal diary. I can't believe I shared that with you guys. If you want to know where my opinions come from, I've lived a storied life. And you know, I don't talk to that friend anymore. Yo, you fucking driving so close to my car. Sorry. Fucking I don't like when people drive close to my car. This is my wife's car. Why not both? Because I wasn't trying to hurt him. I was trying to resuscitate him with my feet. No shoes on. It was indoors. No shoes on. God, what were we talking about, Wonder and Curtis? Oh, Diddy. So listen, I linked down below. Gene Deal, who I believe was Diddy's security or worked in the vicinity of Diddy. I think he was on the Bad Boy staff. I think he was Biggie's security. Gene Deal just did an interview with the Art of Dialogue, which if you have not watched the Art of Dialogue's channel here on YouTube, highly recommend it. Just look up Art of Dialogue, A-R-T of Dialogue. And he's doing a lot of Diddy interviews with like former Making the Band, Freddie P from Making the Band, Gene Deal, who I believe was Biggie's security. And he tells a harrowing story like when Biggie got shot and all this stuff. And hey, what's up, Jacob? Good to see you, man. You deserve a Purple Heart out here saving lives. Wonder. You deserve a Purple Heart for that sarcasm. Saving lives with sarcasm. That's what we do here. But Gene Deal was just in another, because Gene's got a few different interviews with Art of Dialogue. And if you haven't seen the latest one, Gene Deal, my God, he talks about, you know, the latest with Diddy in the cell on a certain kind of watch that I don't want to talk about here on YouTube. And also how Diddy's, at least he's going to get 15, right? 15 is the minimum, federal minimum. And talking about how maybe possibly, you know, if they really, really want some info from Diddy, they would cut him a deal, but it's probably not going to happen because Diddy is the biggest. But there's also, you know, I don't know, hearsay right now. Who knows what's going to come out? But right now saying Diddy did get the key to the city of New York, the city of Harlem, for Harlem, key to the city in New York for Harlem, for the work he did in Harlem, which he had to give back, obviously. But what was it, Mayor Eric Adams, or what's his name? Adams, Mayor Adams gave it to him. They say maybe there's some connections with some high-powered politicians. So pay attention, man. The bodyguard, yeah. Pay attention. Get out of here, Jacob. That's not even a funny joke. Bury him under... He has an interview on DJ Vlad too. Yeah. He's been all over the place. I just don't like Vlad. I just personally, Vlad, I don't know. You know, there's basically a TikTok thing. Advocate. Oh, are you kidding me? These fucking morons. Diddy, I hope they bury him under the jail. There's so many people, and that's the other thing. Once you start listening to Freddie P, I love Tupac. Tupac, greatest of all time. There is no debate, no discussion. There is no one better than Tupac. And if you know Tupac's family history of the Black Panthers and his mother Afeni, which read her book. If you've never read her book, read Afeni's book. Amazing. Oh, you know what? If you join the Discord, the link is down below. The Discord is where a place we could connect outside of the lives and the YouTube channel. Join the Discord. I have a book recommendation, a book club channel on the Discord, a thread on the Discord. I'm going to add Afeni's book because that is one of my favorite books ever. It details her life and just the insanity that she went through in the 70s with the Black Panthers and all this stuff. So yes, I have one of the deepest appreciations for Tupac, and I've had it for so long that in 2001, when I was in college, I wrote sorry, this was in 99 when I was still in high school. I wrote a term paper. I think that's what it was called, a term paper on the death of Tupac and Biggie, how they were related, and the LAPD involvement in it. Yeah, Jacob, they're keeping Diddy separated. And if he's on the watch like I think he is, or that they've said he is, then he's probably in a foam room. You know what I mean? With no clothes, no water. He's in a what's it called? The rooms where, you know, the walls are styrofoam or whatever. Yeah, that watch, Jacob. Yeah, exactly. And we know how that watch goes. So if he ends up cutting a deal, which I don't think he will, just be prepared. But the other thing Gene talked about was, he said, and that's the interesting thing about listening to Freddie P from Making the Band and Gene Deal, is they say, you got to remember, this dude had power and wealth. He said everything was at his beck and call. So anything he wanted, Sean Dusty Crumbs Combs, anything he wanted, he just got. So the shock setting in that he's in a 3x5 cell or in a funny room with soft padded walls, a padded room, is going to be a pretty big shock. And especially Gene Deal, to hear Gene Deal, yeah, the segregation, the special housing unit, that's where they keep him. But they might even have him more isolated because he's so high profile. And you know, he's a big target for not only having dirty paperwork going into the jail, but just for who he is. But Gene talking about this dude going from having everything to now having to take orders from people who are making 50, 60, 70,000 a year is probably devastating to this dude. Because remember, he runs off of ego. Ain't no party. I just like how they're now saying no Diddy. I think that's so funny. I keep seeing that in YouTube videos and like in all these different things where people going no Diddy, which is, I mean, I don't like the context, but it's fucking hilarious that that's a thing now. Anyways, Gene Deal, Genedeal. Gene Deal was Biggie's security guard. He worked for Bad Boy, and there's a lot of people who were surrounded by Diddy, and this is what Freddie P talks about, that didn't like Diddy, but it was their living, and they, you know, they were also scared that if they spoke up, Diddy's reach was, you couldn't hide from him. You know what I mean? Like, this dude was worldwide. Like, and if you think Diddy would ever do anything, stupidly he did, and he filmed it all. But I mean, violence-wise, like, that dude, you know, had people. So, no Diddy, though, no Diddy. It's so funny that people are saying that. I'm not gonna lie, I will use it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, listen, I highly encourage you, today, after my live is done, go look up Art of Dialogue and go watch those interviews. It's unreal. It really is, to hear the people who are in the inner circles and what they survived and what rap artists had. That's what Freddie P says. He says, I wanted to be a rapper. And he's talking because he's like, yo, I've never liked Puffy. I didn't watch the making the band, but he talks about, man, the shit with him and Justin Bieber. Yeah, those Justin Bieber videos now. And Meek Mill. That's the other thing. Like, Meek Mill. Anyways, I don't like Meek Mill. I don't know what the big hubbub was about him. I think like the white savior complex with, what's his name, Robert Kraft, and all of them wanted to feel like heroes were trying to help him out of jail. But Meek Mill isn't a good rapper. Tell me one hit he's had. I'll wait. It's going to take you a while, though. I think he obviously had some injustices done, but yeah, the stuff going on with all those videos and watching them back now, I don't know if he was. That's a good question. But real quick, I want to talk about this contractually obligated garbage, which I got that comment from Reddit. That's what they're talking about with Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen has a new special out, and I'll watch some of it for your sake, so you don't have to watch it. And let me tell you this, Ellen is a professional comic, okay? That means, like, she's polished, she knows how to tell a joke, she has stage presence, she knows how to handle herself and get laughs. But god dang, if this year isn't filled with people like Mr. Beast, P. Diddy, Ellen, all these people who are so unaware of like the monster that they are and thinking like, no, it's not me. You know, I've been loved for so long. I mean, it's really in line with like it's not even being naive. It's just arrogance. There's a difference, right? These people aren't naive. They're arrogant. No, I haven't watched the talk to, no, and I won't. What did Mr. Beast do? Oh, God. Wonder. I'm going to suggest this again. I do it almost on every live stream because people aren't always filled in with Mr. Beast. He's got a lot of heinous allegations against him, too. CP, just different stuff. People working with him and things that he was doing on Discord. Really heinous. I would highly suggest watching Dogpack 404. Dogpack 404, his YouTube channels. He's done 3 videos on him, details all the allegations, mostly all the allegations against Mr. Beast, but do that. Let me tell you, every single sample here is ever some, yeah. Jacob, I don't think all of them though. I do not think that. But yeah, Wonder, check out spend today watching Dogpack 404's YouTube channel and then some Art of Dialogue. It will catch you right up. Because there's more stuff I want to talk about, but the Diddy stuff is obviously pressing. And this Ellen new special that dropped called For Your Approval, it is brutal. You got to remember, she was the woman who, if you worked for her, she said, don't look at me in the eyes. She didn't want people looking at her in the eyes. And at one point during her stand-up special, she goes, I was seeing a therapist for all this stuff. She goes, and I was seeing a therapist because everybody hated me. And I thought, what a fuck. That's when I stopped watching. I thought, she's so tapped in the head. Her brain is so cooked that she went to see a therapist because people didn't like her anymore. Not because she was a monster to the people that depended on her for jobs, that worked at her company, that, you know, needed healthcare through her company, needed a livelihood through her company, and that she would say, your breath stinks. You need to all chew gum around me, or don't look at me in the eyes. She didn't go to therapy to work on her issues. She went to therapy because, God forbid, people just didn't like her because she was a monster. That's the funniest part to me. Like, that was the part that made me laugh out loud, because I was like, what a heinous human you are. Because if you think you could go to therapy because people don't like you, and not truly go to therapy because the way you acted, it's just like Diddy. It's just like all these folks. They need to make a documentary called Diddy Do It. Jacob, I think 50 Cent is coming out with that. So keep your eyes open. Do you remember me? Team Gamers. I'm very sorry. I don't. Was there a joke or something we have? Most people I remember because we have jokes or the name sticks out. You are the hosier. I am so sorry, Team Gamers. I really am. I feel bad about that, man. Hey, what's up, Parish Price? Yo, that's my homie is it the Bahamas? Bahamas, right? Parish, you changed your avatar. I can't see what it is. Tell me it's a pig swimming. Bermuda. No. Oh, God. Parish, I am so sorry, because, is it Bermuda? I'm pretty sure. Bahamas. Yeah. All right, I was right. Got me second guessing myself. Parish, please tell me you stuck out some videos, man. I got to go check out your channel. I got to remember to do that. Bahama Mama. But yeah, Parish, I highly encourage you to make some videos of the Bahamas, because that's just a radical destination, but it's also got pretty cool storied history from the little tiny bit I'm on. So Team Gamers, I'm so sorry, man. You don't suck. Don't worry. It's hard to commit to it. It's a very difficult thing to do the video, edit it, maybe just do some live stuff, you know, some live views of the beach or whatever, or a pig swimming. I'm telling you, you can do it. I believe in you. I can't wait to see it. All right, guys. So the Ellen stuff is just, it's monstrous. It's pretty incredible. And I think she had to do this contractually, this stand-up special, but you know, she got paid for it. But it's just amazing, these people with just a complete lack of awareness of who they really are and what monsters they are, the lives, the wreckage behind them, the trail of wreckage. People's real lives are affected by these people. So I would just encourage you. Originally, I was thinking like, oh, you know, Ellen's pretty polished. She's got a pretty good special going in the beginning, because she tells some of these like very Ellen jokes. I'm sure if you're an Ellen fan, you'll love it. But then she started saying stuff where you go, man, she really lives in a fucking bubble. And you'd almost like to see, like, you know, I don't know, that bubble get popped. Just these people have to wake up. You know, it's funny that, oh, I had to go to therapy because all the celebrity magazines said people don't like me. Yeah, how about the people that had to go to therapy because they looked at you in the eyes one day and you screamed at them at work? You know, how about those people? Monsters. Yeah, they live in a bubble. They've never been exposed to the real world. Like I like to say, they couldn't tell you the price of bread. Never mind the price of gas. All right, guys, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much. I went a little longer than I thought, but again, I'll be back tomorrow. So please hit that subscribe. We're on track to hit 7 million at some point. All right, and hit the notification bell. Don't forget the Discord link is down in the description if you want to get the book club recommendations, YouTube recommendations, movie recommendations. We do a bunch of stuff on the Discord, so please join that. And now with the picture, I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to see the picture, but I'm sorry, and I will remember you from now on, Team Gamers. Join us tomorrow, Team Gamers. Hit the notification bell so you get notified and you can jump in. And then tomorrow I'll go, hey, do you remember me? And I'll go, yeah, I remember you from yesterday. All right, guys, thanks so much. Yeah, don't play. I'm old, man. I got a bad memory. Thanks so much for subscribing. I go live every weekday with news commentary, newsmentary, as I've dubbed it. Thanks so much. Peace.